Hi, my name is Rajesh Pavitran, and I am the founder of Boon Tech. I am here today with Kumar Gaurav, CEO of Cashaa, and we are partnering with each other to help each other's project. And I believe Cashaa will add a lot of value to Boon Tech, and I hope it's the same for the Cashaa platform as well. So a little bit about our platform. We are a blockchain-based AI-powered job marketplace. It is something similar to Upwork and Fiverr and Freelancer. Those are our competitors, but we are on blockchain. And the huge difference between us and the legacy systems are they charge 20% fees. We don't charge anything. On top of that, we have artificial intelligence powered rating and ranking system for the uses of our platform, AI-powered language translation, so we don't have any language barriers, AI-powered identity management, so there is no manual intervention, and we are very safe. And today I'm here with Kumar. Kumar, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your time. I know that we've been talking for some time, but didn't get a chance to meet and have a chat with you on the video, like an AMA. So please introduce yourself and please explain about your project and so that people can understand what we are doing together.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Rajesh, to organizing this. It's always not easy, to organize a video AMA, especially because it's like so much traveling going around in the industry,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you have to be.
yeah.
It's really great that we are not just partnering, but we also came up with this video thing, and we want to explain people exactly from your side and Cashaa side
Yes,
that how
yes.
this partnership and the product fit will. So people don't know me. I'm founder and CEO of Cashaa. Cashaa started 3 years ago as a money transfer platform. So it was a marketplace where people can uh, transfer cash from one country to another. And we started our prototype slash product later in 2016 mid in London. We became quite popular. We came with different challenges from the regulatory side and logistic of handling the cash operations. And slowly we moved to more towards from money transfer business to a full-fledged banking application business. And we came up with this idea that how we can use the digital technologies. It could be blockchain or different card programs and payment networks, and we can create a value in the digital economy. So, and that's why Cashaa became just a money transfer platform to a banking platform for the next generation.
Okay, so what is your background with the finances? How did you get into this?
Because I'm a computer engineer, so my background is in a computer engineering, and I delivered complex systems, navigation systems for BMW and Ferrari. And from there, while I was working abroad, I realized that how difficult it was to moving money, and the poorer the country was, the more the fee was being charged. And actually, that's what led the foundation of Cashaa as a banking. I have to cut that.
No, no, it's fine.
There was a coin and different cryptocurrency was coming, but still it was very difficult to figure it out that how these technologies can help a common man, average consumer like this, a person working at Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies or blockchain technology, which will help benefit him. And that's what laid down the foundation of Cashaa as a platform where the average Indian consumer does not have to worry about these things, and still he can move money at the in 2016. He moved around approx 2,113 Bitcoin something, which is like that time valued around 20 million US dollars. And that's what made us also one of the most influential company in early 2017 because we were able to demonstrate that how the blockchain technology can be used in such a way that even a person, average consumer, can consume this technology the same way you consume. Today, we consume Google Maps without knowing much about AI.
That is actually a great point, and that is one reason I was really interested in partnering with your company, basically because I believe that most of the people who are our users may not be tech savvy, and they don't have to learn about exchanges or ether wallet or any of those blockchain related terms and process, but they should be able to use the platform without any other integration or other uh, courses they have to go, so that will be the only feature which makes a project successful. And I'm sure that there are a lot of projects in this space which is difficult for mainstream adaptability, basically because of this reason. People have to do few other things out of their comfort zone to use this, and the trust issue is a huge factor in those scenarios. So that is one thing I really really like about Cashaa, because in our platform we will have the people who earn their revenue in cryptocurrency, and they have to transfer it and liquidate it without not knowing a lot about the technology. So that is a great point in terms of adaptability. Whichever, in my opinion, whichever project enables people the most to adapt will be the project are going to stay. Otherwise, you will die after spending whatever you have getting from whatever you got from the token sale. After that there is no revenue stream, so you will not be able to survive. So that is one main reason I really really love your project, because it enables common man to use blockchain without knowing anything about it. You know? So that is one aspect of our partnership as well. I think we will be. So I think you have like a tech API for us to integrate, and then people can seamlessly transfer money from one country to another without knowing anything about blockchain or. Um,
Uh, yeah. So about API for the business integration, because Cashaa is in transit, we had this platform which was uh, basically built around to transfer cash, correct? And that's where our journey began. And now, because uh, over these years, we have added such a great companies, some very, very huge corporations to come
yeah,
and support us
yeah,
um, in the process to create that digital banking platform, which I envisioned uh, in like early 2017. So apart of that, obviously, once we have this wallet ready, which is still in development, because a lot of people confuse us that, okay, you had a product working, but now we do have a live product which people can still use. If you go to our website, you can find an innovative trading exchange. You can click on beta and you can go on a platform which you can use, no problem. You can do transfer cash. You can, if you are a Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency trader, you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies against people sending money and receiving money. And there is also a nice video explain how exactly that product works. And that was a revolution which we had. While the product integration which we are talking about today is more about the banking wallet. And that would be ready in somewhere in next, we are expecting Q3 or Q4. So, but the architecture is designed obviously in a way that we can integrate with as many as companies who are looking for a solutions, as many as companies who are working on a blockchain platform, on a decentralized platform, and have a distributed user base across the world. Our platform can be integrated with your application, so people can send and receive money. Like for example, you are a decentralized example of Upwork, correct?
correct.
And as my sorry,
Correct. So I was going to say that you have two parts to your project. You can actually use Cashaa like a regular without blockchain right now, right? You have a product, correct?
I missed your last two
So
lines.
So you right now you have a product anybody can use without any blockchain component to it, and you have a product in development with a blockchain architecture involved.
No, no. Our first product was also the first it was a perfect example of a blockchain product. But the product was designed not to store money like our new product. It's more at a digital wallet solution like a bank account, while our first product was a decentralized competitor of Western Union. I
Correct.
think
Yeah.
that our first product.
Correct. Actually, I was. We will be using our platform will be using both.
Sorry, again I missed your last two lines.
So our platform will be using both of your product, the Western Union clone of your product as well as the wallet. So wallet people can store and do whatever they can do with the wallet. But for the Western Union part, we will have some users who wants to transfer funds from one place to another. So so we can use both of
Yeah, if they
the.
want to transfer, yeah, if they want to transfer cash, mind it, I'm telling every time if they want to transfer cash, because Western Union competitor was designed in a way that you have a cash in your hand and you want to transfer it to India. Let's say you are sitting in Palo Alto, you made $2,000 and you want to send it to New Delhi and you want your mom or your brother to have that cash in INR.
Yeah.
So our first product was designed for that. So
So what I was trying to say was we will have companies in our platform. So we are it's not just single person who will be hiring people. So we have a provision where companies can register, and these companies will have people all over the world and all over in one country too. You will have in different locations. So we have a use case where the people inside our platform wants to move cash from one place to another if they are teamwork.
no, then it's perfect. Then they can use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I'm sorry I probably not mentioned this, but it's in my reality that is a uh, true event occurs in our platform.
Perfect. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
so we will be using both of your products, one with the one which will enable users to move cash from one place to another, as well as the wallet aspect of your platform where they can cash out from whichever countries you are supporting. And by the way, how many countries are you supporting right now, and what are your plans for expansion in those regards?
So if we talk about the cash advance product, if we want to keep it in a decentralized way, you can just use it like more than 143 countries
Wow.
because we have in 143 countries registered on that platform. The challenge which comes in the cash transfer industry is handling that cash from the money laundering and compliance perspective. And that was the main reason of Cashaa going from decentralized cash handling business to more toward an organized digital smart wallet solution where the compliance were more easy. We can able to create more value for the cash token holders because everything is digital, nothing is physical. So that's what was the transition we had. But because it's a decentralized community, the cash application for the cash transfer, it depends on the availability of the traders on those at that specific time when you want to transfer cash. But in theory, the system can work in more than 143 countries.
Okay, great. So I know that you are partners with a lot of big names and so many Fortune
Yeah.
companies. Can you talk a little bit about them, please?
Yeah. So, but I want to make this again clear that all these partnerships which we have is for the digital wallet solution, not for the cash transfer application which we built.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, it makes sense because those companies are not in that sector. So
Correct. So, like we have Mastercard service providers across the globe. We have Mastercard payment processing networks, which are helping us to process payments in more than 210 countries very efficiently. In our new upgraded wallet, we are adding this feature that once money is in your Cashaa wallet, you can literally move it to 210 countries and the money will be available to the other recipient in his wallet or in his bank account or cash through his ATM in less than 20 minutes.
Wow.
And that's huge innovation, and that's what is the mission. That's what when we talk about transition, we are talking about. We're not talking about just building another wallet, like because you have many wallets out there. So
Definitely. Oh man.
the question is what specific and what value Cashaa wallet is creating for the consumer and for its token holder. And if you want to use this application, you have to have a cash tokens to execute this transaction.
Correct. Yeah.
Without cash tokens, you cannot able to do this transaction.
So it's like Ether.
It's like Ethers, which can work in 210 countries to settle payment instantly,
Yeah.
and you will have local fiat money, not imaginary virtual money. You will have fiat money, which you can go and spend out in a local economy.
Yeah, actually, it is kind of very smart because this is kind of like a buyback program of your cash out tokens, and we have something similar in our platform as well. So after some time, there will be enough tokens in the market, and it automatically increases the value of the token.
No, but we're not talking about anything related to like buyback
No,
or
no, no,
something.
no, no, no. I didn't mean that. So it is kind of like a buyback program, but it is subtle in the sense that it doesn't say that it is a buyback program, but since you need to have cash a wallet in your token, actually the company owns that. So
Yeah.
yes, at the end of the day, you will have the option to either sell it or keep it to depending upon the market situation at that point. So you have options. That's what I said. It's a smart program.
Yeah, so that's more like an exchange operation of
No,
any
no, no.
ERC.
No, Kumar, that is not what I'm saying. So you said that you need to have cash tokens in the wallet to do any transaction. So people have to buy the cash tokens, right? And the cash token they will send to your wallet. So when you
Yes,
have like a transaction fee, so it is kind of like you are accumulating your own tokens,
yes,
creating
true.
scarcity. So that is what I'm saying. It is kind of like buyback, but not explicit, like kind of like an implicit buyback.
Yeah, it's like creating the utility so that you
Exactly.
can
Yeah.
you can have more demand coming over the time
Right.
uh, while you have a fixed number of tokens. So
Exactly.
limited supply,
Yeah.
but the demands keep increasing.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason I brought that up is because we have kind of like two use cases in our platform which kind of does the same thing. For example,
Okay.
we have a membership program where we only accept Boon for membership program, and if you have like if you want to highlight any bids, so how Google Ad works, top three searches are always paid to Google, and so we have a similar system in our platform where you can highlight the bid and get it onto the top. And for that, they have to pay us, which is kind of like a utility of our token. And it kind of acts similar to yours. They need to have Boon um, to use that functionality. So I was just touching on this point because it is how you increase the value for the investors. So I read
Correct.
on your website that your motto is smart digital wallet that changes legacy banking. That's a big statement. Can you please explain a little bit more about your vision on that?
So the whole idea to have a smart digital wallet is to enable more and more people in the banking network, correct?
Yeah,
People who does not have a financial tools to execute certain operations which we have today.
correct.
And I give you an example, and that's the reason that although being a European startup or a European company started in UK, we are more focused into the markets like India, Southeast Asia, and Africa, where you have many people who are still underbanked. And we have chosen India as a first country because of the two reasons, because of a large number of unbanked population, and second, a huge population, around 600 million population under the age of 29. Now, these
Wow.
two combined factors kind of win-win sector for us because you have a young, dynamic, population who have a great understanding of technology, but at the same time, not so much accessibility with the banks. So how about creating a smart digital wallet which works as a bank account so that we can grab that piece which is like untouched. So for us, customer adoption is more easy compared to, because you're not cutting the pie or you're trying to take a pie from someone else, but you have a raw pie which you can just cook and have yourself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the plan we have
So you're
for the
expanding
Indian market.
basically expanding the market where bank was not able to penetrate.
Correct. Like I just give you an example.
Right.
If
Yeah.
you have Cashaa wallet features, you can have one wallet for yourself, and you can generate more wallets which you with a virtual and physical cards, which you can give to your family members. So, let's say if I'm the member of a family who only make money, and bank is only interested to have me on board as a customer, but not my family members, correct? And that's very quite often. It's possible. So what I can do, I can take a Cashaa account and then I can give my family members a spend-only account through which they can spend only. Because anyway, they don't have to put money because they don't make money. But in this way, you include them into the online digital world. So they have a card through which they can pay virtually to anyone in the world. They have a wallet uh, which is already been given through the main wallet, which have some money, which can be moved around anywhere in the world. So you have certain features which will allow these members or home members to start connecting with the digital economy.
So okay, so for example, if your children is studying somewhere else, you can give a wallet or a card to your kid, and
Yeah.
that's it, right? I mean, it's kind of like you get additional cards for credit card, but I think
Yeah.
they will also do a background check on the other person. I'm not really sure.
Correct.
Um, so in that case, what happens? There is a lot of positive use for that feature, but there could be some negative use as well, because if someone buys something illegal with the card or do something nasty, then how do you protect your customers?
So obviously, each card is linked with someone identity. It's not
Correct.
you are issuing the card
Yeah.
without any identity.
Correct.
It's just the way how you are issuing those cards and how you are managing those cards. Correct. So because it's a smart digital wallet, if I'm the main card holder or main wallet holder, let's not bring card in the picture. If I'm a main wallet holder, I authorize someone else, let's say my son,
Correct. Yeah.
to
I
have
understand.
read-only access of my wallet. Okay. And if something, let's say my son either can do a nasty stuff, which you mentioned, or he lost his wallet or his card and someone tried to abuse that.
Yeah, that
Correct?
is another use case. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and that's not different than
Yeah, exactly.
having missed my
Yeah.
card.
Yeah,
Even
yeah. So when
so
you
in
yeah, go ahead, please.
so in this case, if the card is linked with my son and it's a prepaid only card, so it's not a credit card as you mentioned. So I don't have to do the credit risk of is the son,
No.
risk assessment.
Yeah, I know that it's a prepaid card. I wasn't talking about the credit aspect of it, but I was just wondering, like, when, so like you said, you told another scenario where somebody steals the card and then spend on something you were not even aware. It's kind of like identity theft.
Correct. So that's could happen with any existing card
Right,
also.
right.
It's
Very, very
not
true.
something.
Very,
But
very true.
the question is that how as a technology we are enabling it to not happen or happen less frequent than the existing cards or existing banking. So,
Correct.
so our app have this geolocation enabled, which means that if you
Oh,
have lost your card, if you have lost your card and you travel to another city, the card will not work because it will detect that you are somewhere else while your card is not physically with you. That's feature one.
I'm
Now
sorry. I'm
feature
sorry.
two,
Can you explain that? How do you know that the person is in Mumbai and the card has traveled to Delhi? How do you know that?
very easy. Because the geolocation, we pick it from the mobile, which means the wallet is in mobile with the person, and the card is trying to get swiped at a POS location in New Delhi.
So you have like
Why
a
you won't
check,
recognize?
like a logical check.
Yes,
Oh, okay, great.
we have a
I'm
logical
just trying
check
to
there.
understand.
So that's how it works. It works with the phone GPS because we can detect, we always know that where you are as a user. But let's say someone is trying to use your card in an ATM in somewhere outside Bombay,
Yeah.
you easily, and then obviously more over the time we will make it more and more mature that it not just work on the city, but it can also works on the distance
Yeah,
from
actually,
your wallet
I
to
was
the
just about to say that. For example,
yeah.
Uber, right? It works on like meters. They can identify you within a meter, you know. So I think the technology is already there. You have to just integrate with the right API.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Perfectly. This is a business use case. As I said, no, there is a lot of technology into the market. We are talking about a lot of technology, but we just need a right piece of those technology to solve a problem
mhm.
instead of just keep building a tech and does not solve any one problem.
Exactly. So what would you were about to say is some more features which
Yeah.
will detect.
So like another features which we are talking, so the geolocation is one of the feature. Then second, like say if you lost your card, you can immediately go to your app and you can disable it. Or you can just disable it through the voice command that, hey, I couldn't find my card,
Great,
let's
great.
just go and say disable. But the moment you find it back, you can just also enable it. Like right now in India especially, if you lost your card,
I
the
know.
new card will take 7 days. Correct? You know this.
Oh,
Now
I know.
imagine
And not only in
you,
India, I mean, it's even here, you know. So I think it'll, sometimes the best option is like next day delivery, but it's difficult. But at least
yeah.
2 days, and especially if you're traveling and things like that, that is so painful, you know. Yeah, so I totally know, and that is really cool, actually. You know, that is a huge thing, I guess, because it kind of completely takes away the what is it, the skepticism of carrying something which you can enable and disable. I mean, I think both you can enable by yourself is kind of cool as well, because that is where you need the third party or the centralized organization to make a decision for you. Instead of that, you're on your own. That's awesome, man. Actually, seriously, very cool.
See, perfect.
Okay, great. All right. So you guys use right now, you use USD, GBP, Euro, INR. Any more plans to integrate any other currencies?
So these currencies depends on the jurisdiction where we are scaling up.
Hmm.
Because currently we have a plan to scale in Europe and in India. That's why in Europe we are very flexible to use three currencies, Euro, GBP, and US. So that's fine. And the next we are launching in India, and that's why we have INR as a currency.
So I really, really hope that we will bring a lot of change to a lot of people who need, especially people in India and Bangladesh. You know, $5 is, you people will work the whole day for $5. You know.
That's my point. Is, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I know somebody who does that right now because I have outsourced one job. He asked me five. He asked me like $50 for 2 days work. So that is, I don't know how they do it, but that is their reality and that is their life. And for them, I'm 100% sure that $10 is a lot of money. You know.
True, true, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. So Kumar, it was been a real pleasure, seriously, to talk to you and discuss about this. And what I'll do is, you know, I will edit this video and make it beautiful and put it on the on our YouTube channel and share it with you.